Hey guys, this is going to be a video of my wife's get home bag or bug out bag, inch bag. It's a never come home bag. Um, Worst day of your life bag. Uh, let's just get started. It's weighing in about 31 pounds right now without any water or fuel, and plus she has room to add any type of clothing or hygiene that she wants. So I'm thinking it'll probably top out around 35 pounds, which might be a little bit too much for her. But there's always options of dumping some items that you don't think you might need or you won't need as much. But it's nice to start off with the item, just in case she's a soldier, she might be able to do it. But CLP, it's good for cleaning guns and knives. Speaking of knives, it's just my little Kershaw. I think it's Elk Hunter. She'll probably have this strapped to her belt. We have a matching set of walkie-talkies, which I can easily charge with my solar power that I have in my bag. But just in case we're alone and we get lost and she needs to communicate, this is dead. It has rechargeable battery pack in it, but you also can replace that with 3 AAAs, and she won't use these unless there's an emergency. And all her other items like this, it's a AAA, and I have some Goal Zero rechargeable batteries for that. I leave it empty because I don't want anything to corrode inside the flashlight. Oh, this is my walkie-talkie. This is her walkie-talkie. This will probably be out of her backpack and gone sooner than later, so there's a pound and plus out of there. It's just some peanut butter. Very high calories, very fast to eat. It is heavy though, but it'll be one of the first items gone out the pack, like I said. Dusk mask. I don't have any of these in my pack. I doubt we'll ever need it unless Mount Rainier explodes, in which you will need it. Just a few in here. They're not very high quality dust masks. We don't have any gas mask on it either. That's just extra weight. Maybe I will upgrade these, but I do have them. It's just audible, communication. Last resort. She carries a 22 and a 9mm, which might not be adequate for brown bear, which isn't adequate for brown bear. This is pretty loud. Maybe it'll freak the bear out. It's not used to hearing such a loud noise, but who knows. It's not very heavy, but it also can get tossed very quickly. Yo-yo reels, I've never used them. I have no experience with them. But I've actually watched a few videos on YouTube. It seems fairly simple. You can fish without having a reel, which I know I could rig something up, fairly the same way for free, and just with some sticks, but just faster. 2 Conibears. Never use these either. Hope I never have to. But it's good for getting small game, possum, maybe raccoon, some smaller games like squirrel. It's not meant for the larger games, but I guess you can try. Never hurts. Fishing hooks, a variety over here. About 35 or something like that. And I don't know if this fell out or if it wasn't in there, but I keep that in that pocket. It's 500 yards of 15-pound test, unused. Most of the stuff will stay unused and in her pack. stuff in my pack I usually use during backpacking season or just camping. Um, at least 20 feet, more like 30 feet of duct tape. This is actually Gorilla Tape, very good stuff. I probably just talked about these since they're sitting out, but I don't keep them in the flashlights, but they're here. If she needs them, they're fully charged, and I have the ability to charge them with my backpack. I was thinking about getting her a hand cranked radio flashlight, everything, but it's kind of bulky, and she doesn't need any extra weight. And I have the solar power. Hopefully we're never separated, but that's also why I threw the extra 3 batteries in there in case of emergency. The Platypus. I love this thing. It is a 2-liter. 3-liter might be better off for this use. You don't have to fill the 3-liter up all the way, you know, but you have the option. But 2-liter works good for me. It is Sawyer compatible, so there's your filter. It's supposed to filter 1,000,000 gallons. We'll see. Hopefully. Alright. Some off. It's very low and deep. But it was sitting around in the camping gear. Decided this is a good place for it. Stuck it in there. It can get tossed if it needs to. 100 feet of untouched 7-strand 550 cord. This is some good stuff. 5 trash bags. They're 55-gallon. They're pretty thick. They're not the thickest, but it's a good meal. This is good for building debris huts or beds, and you don't want to sleep with spiders and smudge your little debris hut every day. Plus, there's no sleeping bag in here. There's sleeping blankets, but there's no bag. So a debris hut is going to be very necessary if this bag ever gets separated from my bag, just to stay warm. 25 rounds of 22 long rifle for my 1022, the Ruger. She has a 10-round magazine already in the gun, and that's the way she'd be carrying it, just so she doesn't look like a threat, you know, less of a threat anyways. I don't want her to look vulnerable, but I don't want her to look threatening either. So this will stay in there. I have some more ammo in here. I'll show that later. And I she has I have a Glock 22. Let me show you. This is my Glock 22. But I don't know if she really can, it's empty, shoot 40 caliber all that well. She's a little sensitive, but that's why I bought her Glock 17 upper, slide, barrel, everything. So now she's shooting 9mm out of there, and she had that big stick, and she has a 17-rounder too. Zip ties, very fast shelters. You know, you don't have to tie your knots. You don't have to cut paracord. It's very strong. This, you know, you can use them as handcuffs if you have to detain somebody. Useful, very light. And there's 50 pieces in there that's unopened. I think that's it. Put it outside. Oh, bam! And this was recommendation from a subscriber, and it was so it's a smart idea. Just carry a bow saw blade, and you can make your own frame, either by just bending. You putting some bolts and nuts in there. You can put this one on that side. Just bending a green piece of wood and notching it out so the bolt gets locked in there, and you got yourself a pretty big bow saw. So when he told me that, I was excited. I ditched the Corona saw I got in there and picked this up, 21 incher. Just one second, let me look. There it is. And shoot, I put a 30 incher in my backpack, and like I said, I took the Corona saw out, saved a little bit of weight, so I decided to go ahead and throw an extra pack of wherever they are. I have them somewhere around here. AA rechargeable batteries in my pack, so I didn't have to gain any weight, but I think I gained it in you know, options. This could be a really good one-person saw, or you can just put a handle on each side, and one of your friends or you and your wife can go at some pretty big trees, pretty big lumber. Make a pretty good shelter with that lumber too. Not sure if I showed you this, but she'd be carrying the Kershaw elk hunter. It's my knife, but hopefully she'd be carrying that on her belt. Okay, let's get into the heart of the pack. Like I said, she has plenty of room to add on to this, but I don't know if she's going to want to add too much to it because it'll add weight. But she's the one that'll be carrying it, not me. 10 bags of 10 things of freeze-dried food, Mountain House usually. She's a woman, so I put 2 things of toilet paper in her bag. Probably won't last long. That's gonna suck when we run out of toilet paper. That's when we'll start feeling the effects of the shittiest day of our life. Anyways, big giant Light My Fire Sport, toothbrush, toothpaste, some fuel tablets. I mean, we're set when it comes to cooking. Fill this up with de-alcohol or whatever, denatured alcohol, and each one of these are a boil. This is my little penny stove. You just set this on top, and you'll be boiling in no time. Take that out, put the S-bits in if you ran out of alcohol. This isn't full, but I will fill it up if I had to leave, hopefully. And bleach. That was a spoon. Metal fork. I like metal utensils. I don't like plastic utensils. Just because you're cooking on the fire. Some more denatured alcohol. Just got a spare S-bit in there for some reason. Guaranteed fire. I guess it's not guaranteed fire, but it'll help you make fire. Dental floss. Now, I don't know. This is very light. Imagine walking through the woods and all of a sudden you come across these on the trail. You're gonna tell somebody you're there, but maybe they're gonna, walk around you. I don't know. It's an option. Comment and tell me what you think about those. Like I said, they don't weigh anything. 400 rounds of high velocity. These are made by Federal. They're a cheaper brand, but they shoot well in every gun I had. So that's what I always buy. It's like 20 bucks for 400. You don't get a 500, but this was in my bag. But I figured since she doesn't have a sleeping bag, she'd be better off carrying this. It says it's good for 40 degrees. I disagree. I had that and emergency bivy in about 45 degree, and I was comfortable enough. I couldn't cry too much. This brand new Bic. It has a brand new cheap cheapo lighter, small compass whistle, emergency blanket. I don't know if that was even in sight. I think that's an emergency poncho. Some spinners in here. Her backup light, which takes AAA. The big. She has a pocket knife in here, which is pretty cheap. I would like to replace that with a Victorinox that I'm not going to do it right now, but if we did have to use this bag, I probably wouldn't forget this. This is a nice little knife. It's not the best knife, but it has tweezers, and that's why it's a real cool knife. All knives should have a little tweezer. I don't know why they don't put it there. And a toothpick, but I always lose the toothpick. Okay, sleeping pad, cheap Target roll up. It's lightweight. It works. I've used it myself. And this is Tyvek that I spray painted. It's about an 8x10, and this is an 8x10 tarp, brown on one side, reflective on the other, like a gray, and it's 8x10 as well. So let's see, last thing, it's just a small fleece. It's very lightweight. It weighs just a little over a pound. So you have your fleece, that little micro liner. I definitely gonna pick her up another emergency bivy, and then I'm pretty sure this bag is gonna be pretty solid. You'd have to have a little bit of skills to actually sustain yourself with this bag, but it's doable. I could do it. I'm not sure if my wife could do it, but with a little practice, I know she could. Thank you for watching my video. Like, subscribe if you liked it, or if you like any of my videos, go ahead and subscribe. I'll be making some here and there. Thanks. Have a nice day. Bye.